this is what I used to look like on a modern diet, and this is what I look like now on a primal diet. The transformation is crazy, and the way people treated me changed a lot as well. So if you want to learn how to achieve this, make sure you watch this video. The modern diet is shitty as fuck, because the difference between a modern diet and the primal diet is that there's a lot more things that we don't need and humans did not consistently eat that has been added to the modern diet, like seed oils, highly processed food, and lots of sugar, added sugar and artificial sugar, both included. These three things we've never had to eat as a human. We do not need any of these three things. In fact, all these things that we eat that has been in a rise in the modern diet has been causing a lot of inflammation and sickness for everyone on the modern diet, because it's just not consistent. We're not meant to eat shit like that. And I think it's been pushed out there because of wrongly conducted studies where they didn't use cause and effect correctly. So they think seed oils are healthy because it's less saturated fat, but in reality saturated fat is healthy, like butter and cooking fat. It's way more healthy than seed oils because it's not rancid like seed oils, and seed oils are it's just disgusting. If you've seen the process of how seed oils are made, it's fucking disgusting. They have to go through some bleaching. It's oxidizing while in the making process. So you're basically using oxidized oil to cook, and when you cook it, it's gonna get oxidized again. So imagine how rancid and disgusting that oil is gonna be, and you're gonna consume that, and it's gonna harm your gut, and of course you're gonna have acne breakouts, you're gonna have skin issues, you're gonna have all these kind of problems. In fact, I would say high bad cholesterol is because of seed oils, because we're not meant to eat that shit. Another thing is the sugar, right? So the sugar is obviously bad because it's gonna spike our insulin, and overall, if you have chronically high insulin, you're gonna get insulin resistant, and that's very dangerous because you're just gonna eat and eat and eat, and then you're not gonna be able to, you're basically a diabetic patient. And processed food, we all know processed food is dog shit. It's like the modern day junk. You're eating junk. It's junk food. They call it junk food for a reason. It's junk. It's not good for you. You're eating rubbish. You're eating trash. Like, who in their right mind would eat trash? Would you go to your dustbin right now and eat the fucking trash in the dustbin? No, right? Then don't fucking eat junk food. It's the exact same thing. It's the same thing for your body. You eat the junk food, and then you feel like shit, and then you complain, why am I feeling like shit? And then you go to the doctor, and the doctor gives you medicine, and you gotta pay for the medicine. So it's all like, it's an endless cycle, and the medicine has side effects. It's an endless cycle. So just cut it from the source and just stop eating junk food. These three things that are very common in the modern diet has been causing a lot of problems, a lot of health problems and mental problems, in fact, in our society. Like right now, I'd say half the world is sick, and it's kind of fucked up because we're just eating food that is pushed by, the media. Everyone is online saying stuff like, oh, pizza, you know, advertising pizza, advertising McDonald's, some shitty ass junk food. And I don't blame the people who have to go through all this and they fall for the trap, because I used to be like that as well before I started to wake up and, you know, I started to think for myself. Like, all my friends and my teammates, they're still like in this brainwash kind of thing, but it's okay, I don't blame them. I used to be in that situation as well, and it's really hard to, you know, it's really hard to get rid of something you really like, the body enjoys, like junk food. It tastes really good, but it's really horrible for your health. So it's gonna take time. I'm sure many of you probably know someone in your family or your friends that are sick, and we all know it's not a good thing to be sick. No one wants to be sick. And I'm sure like you guys know someone you're sick, and that's why I'm saying it's a very common thing. That's why I even said half the world is sick, because we all know someone who's sick, and it's fucked up because we're eating healthy, we could be eating healthy, and you know, we grew up as humans eating healthy food and being healthy, you know, exercising healthy, sleeping healthy, of course, but mainly our diets were healthier back then. Even 50 years ago would be way healthier than it is now. And I'd say the cause of all these modern sicknesses and illnesses and disease that many of our family and friends have would be just our diet. Mainly it's going to be our diet. A healthy diet could definitely get rid of and prevent all these diseases that we don't want. All these diseases that our friends, our families, our colleagues, you know, they have. It can definitely prevent them. So first step, it's obviously gonna be to cut out all the level 1 stuff that I said in my previous video. The junk food, seed oils, and sugary shit. Cut all those out. And after that, it starts to get deeper, and we get into stuff like carbs, fats, and proteins. Because the modern diet is starting to look like a carb addict's diet. It used to look, the primal diet would consist of mostly protein and fats and maybe some carbs from fruits and just carbs you find in the dirt, in the ground, you know, on trees. That's what it used to be like. But now it's just there on our plate. It's ready to serve. It used to be, I think this is mainly because of, you know, those food pyramid that our schools used to teach us. They say you had to eat mostly carbs. Most of your meals have to be carbs. Then it's your proteins, then it's your fats. But obviously that's all wrong. And this misinformation has led to this kind of world where everyone is sick. Because high carbs, we're never meant to eat high amount of carbs. And when we consistently eat carbs a lot, what happens is we get stuff like, you know, chronically high insulin, or you know, stuff like that, like diabetes and shit. A lot of disease stem from this as well. And the fact that we eat low amount of fats, because fats is at the top of the pyramid, so we're supposed to eat it the least. That's also wrong, because we need fats, we need healthy fats. There's a difference between healthy and unhealthy fats, like saturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, monounsaturated fat, and saturated fat, which is the one we want. We want saturated fat as much as possible, because that is where we get cholesterol, which is the building block of our hormones. So most of you will be thinking like, oh, cholesterol, that's a bad thing. because we've been seeing online all the doctors are saying, oh, cholesterol is bad, and all your friends or family with heart problems, heart issues, they're gonna say, oh, cholesterol, it's because of high cholesterol. And they're not wrong. The cholesterol that we talk about in the animal foods it's called dietary cholesterol. So eating it is gonna be fine as long as it's from a healthy source, because these are the fats that we need in order to build healthy hormones like your testosterone, your cortisol, your everything you need to stay balanced as a healthy human. You need it because most of your hormones are built, especially your steroid hormones, are built from cholesterol. And the reason why the doctors say that cholesterol is bad, they're not talking about the cholesterol that we need to build these hormones. The cholesterol that we're talking about, the good cholesterol, is the HDL cholesterol. That's the good cholesterol. And the cholesterol that all the doctors and the fat patients that are talking about is LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol. Another misconception that a lot of us have is that nuts are healthy, vegetables are healthy, and stuff like that. But obviously, come on, nuts, vegetables, they're not healthy because they're what the plant needs to reproduce. So why would the plant, think about this, why would the plant want you to eat something that it uses to reproduce? If you were meant to eat the plant's seeds and vegetables like stems and leaves, if you're meant to eat those, how is the plant gonna survive? How is the plant species gonna survive? It's gonna go extinct. So obviously they're gonna protect it somehow by putting defense chemicals inside of those seeds and stems and leaves so that you don't eat them, and they have a higher chance of survival and they won't go extinct. So you're not meant to eat leaves, vegetables. You're not meant to eat vegetables, and you're not meant to eat seeds like nuts. It's another huge misconception that vegetables are good and nuts are good, but obviously it's not, because I just explained to you why. And the reason, and the plant chemical, defense chemical, it's called oxalates, and I'm gonna make another video about it, about oxalates specifically, because it's quite a deep dive and I don't want to make this video too long. Red meat has been demonized by the media as well, and they've been saying that it's a bad thing, but obviously it's not. We all know that red meat is good. Like, if you're watching this channel, I think you're pretty based and you probably know that red meat is good. It's a good thing, and it's probably one of the best things you could eat because it has a lot of micronutrients that no other foods have, like vitamin B12, iron, zinc, and selenium, which are very rare, in fact, if not impossible to find in other foods like plant foods and anything else. You're only gonna find it from red meat mostly, in a high bioavailability and high amounts that you can absorb basically. So yeah, red meat's one of the best things you can eat. Veggies, nuts, no. And obviously level 1 stuff, no. So no junk food, no Cereals, no McDonald's, no junk food, no Cereals, no sugary food. Obviously that's the basic, that's the level 1. But level 2, no veggies, no nuts. So to summarize this video, what we want is to have a simple and healthy diet like our ancestors did. So we want red meat, or a good source of protein. We want a good source of protein, good source of fat, healthy protein, healthy fat, both coming from animal sources. And You could add dairy, you could add some carbs from fruit, you could have fruits, but we have that as our main building blocks for our healthy diet. And we want to remove a few things from the modern diet, or if you're eating the modern diet, these are the few things you want to remove. Veggies, and nuts, basically. And of course the seed oils, level 1 stuff, seed oils, sugars, sugary food, and ultra processed food and processed foods. Unless they're like just ground meat, I think that's fine. Ultra processed food, no way. No rancid shit, no rancid bullshit. You don't want to eat trash, right? Then don't eat rancid bullshit. That's it, simple. Also, I have this course that I'm selling, which will help you improve your health and achieve your health goals quicker, so that you don't have to go through all this process of trying things on yourself and researching. And I also help you teach how to live a more primal lifestyle and eat primal food and live a primal lifestyle while living in a city like me. Yeah, it's kind of hard to live in a city when you want to be, healthy and primal. So I'm going to teach you guys in the course how to do so. So if you're interested, make sure you check it out. Link in the description. I also have a coaching program where I walk you through, day by day, side by side, where I walk you through how to live a more primal life in the city and to make sure that you're doing the right things, the right habits. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check. Link in the description. Yeah, that's it for now, guys. So make sure you guys eat healthy and stay primal, stay woke. Yeah, see you.